Another primal movement skill that I think is really important is the squat. So it's important to work on ground and hip mobility. When you squat, you want to take shoulder width stance, weights on the heels, and you should get your hip a little back. So I always think of closing a car door with my butt to get that hip action, and then I squat, pushing my knees out as I do this. And you want to make yourself nice and tall in that squat. The reason you get your hip back in the beginning is because you don't want your knees coming out over your toes. So you don't break at the knees first. You want to keep those knees back and push them out. So you should be able to get into a nice deep squat, and it shouldn't be painful, it shouldn't be agonizing. So for somebody that's just learning to get this depth, you can use a chair actually to assist you. So this is going to be my representative chair, but this gives me a target because I know I'm not going to fall over backwards, and you can adjust and work on different depths. As you get comfortable, you can get lower, or maybe you use a surface. So I call these kitchen sink squats, where you're basically grabbing hold of something like the kitchen sink, and that way you can work on your depth and getting down there. Now I see a lot of people that they're forward leaning like this, the hips can't get down, or they feel like if they do get down, they're gonna fall over backwards. So here's where you can do what's called a goblet squat, where you use a weight. I'm using a dumbbell, but this could be a kettlebell. This could be any kind of weight. It could be a heavy book. It doesn't really matter. But this, when I do the squat, is gonna kind of pin me down. It keeps me balanced, so I'm not gonna fall over backwards. And you can work on your posture, making yourself tall, keeping your knees tracked over your toes. And this should feel good. So you can practice this for, see if you can hold it for 30 seconds, see if you can hold it for a minute, 1 minute, 2 minutes. So you work your way up, and I believe this kind of exercise should be done almost daily. The other thing that you can do is a variation called a wall squat, and this is really good at teaching you to not lean forward, keep your knees back, and all you need is a wall or a surface, and you come fairly close to the wall. Again, I'm going to get my hips back. I can relax my arms or have them up in front, or maybe in between my legs to kind of push my knees out, and this prevents me from leaning forward. Of course, the closer that I get to the wall, the harder this exercise is going to be to do and get yourself down there without toppling over backwards. And this exercise is, and I can say this as someone that suffers a little bit from kyphosis and forward head because of sitting too much, is very anti-kyphotic. So it's really going to improve your posture. So squats, ground and hip mobility, hit it almost every day. It's so good for you.